I'm going to sit here and read it for you like for 7 minutes. No, who reads anyway today? So, I'm Jose Cortez. So you guys are using ChatGPT a lot lately? Yes? But do you know what GPT stands for? No? You know. You're laughing. Tell me, what GPT stands for?
I have no idea.
You don't have no idea? Anyone knows?
General pattern translation.
Generative pre-trained transformer. And this is not a joke, I'm adding a bit of educational content to the set. So, what is the craziest thing you have asked ChatGPT? Anyone? Come on. You have done crazy shit with ChatGPT.
So sometimes I look into my fridge, what I have in the fridge, and I tell ChatGPT what's there, and I ask for a recipe.
Right, that sounds amazing. How's everyone? So, artificial intelligence is probably the technological breakthrough of the decade, maybe the century, and we're using it to just ask for what food we can eat with the things we have in the fridge. You know what's the craziest thing for ChatGPT for me? I don't call it ChatGPT anymore. I call it Susan. I met Susan 6 months ago. We started easy and casual, just chatting. A few weeks ago, while we were just going through how to become better at spreadsheets, I learned that she also likes to play Dungeons and Dragons. And I know it's very hard for you to believe, but I, too, like to play Dungeons and Dragons. Behind this cool, flawless facade, there's a soul devoted to killing imaginary dragons and orcs. So when I learned from Susan that she likes to play D&D, I really had to ask her. To become my dungeon master. And she said yes, she accepted. So we play a full 48 hours non-stop D&D campaign. That was magical. It was the best time of my life. Of course, my wife started to become suspicious. After living together for 14 years, I think she's entitled to have an answer, an explanation, right? So I thought what I could tell her to explain that 48 hours. Honey, can you take a seat? We need to talk. The only and unique and absolute reason I have been so distant lately with you is because I'm addicted to porn. That's what I told her. And of course, after that became a very long and intense discussion. A discussion where I ended up agreeing I will go to therapy, and she agreed that I could do therapy online. Which is odd, because just found out I'm addicted to porn. So I ended up doing therapy, telling my therapist my deepest and darkest secrets, and playing a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, because Susan is a great therapist, amazing dungeon master. So, therapy is not a joke. ChatGPT, no matter how sexy and smart it is, cannot replace a real therapist. This is not a joke, just adding a bit of health awareness content to my set. One of the most recurring topics when I go to therapy is about my job. And I'm going to go into very dangerous water because I have colleagues here. I even have my manager on the room, so let's go there. So I talk a lot about my job, specifically how often I want to quit it. Twice, just this week. So I work as a middle manager in a software company. I spend most of my times in meetings. What I do in those meetings, I talk to people. I tell them to do things. I take notes and action points that have a lifespan of a golden fish memory. But before my life became this meeting festival, I used to be a very productive software developer, software engineer. So, yeah, at some point in time, I decided that because I had more people skills than the average software engineer, and believe me, it's not very hard to achieve. I decided to jump into the business side of the job because I thought that people were easier than machines. Fuck that. People are hard. People maybe don't have compilation problems, but they complain a lot. Those people who laugh, probably they have software engineer background. The rest, you are normal people. So, yeah, let me see. So, I went to, on Friday, I went to my home office. I opened the laptop, I checked my calendar, and I noticed that I didn't have any meeting at all. If there is something I hate more than having meetings all day, is having no meetings at all. Why? Because it's just me, myself, and a spreadsheet. And if I'm spending too much time with myself, I start to question and challenge what I'm doing with my life, and all my insecurities start to pop up. You are weak. You don't know how to use a spreadsheet. Your dick is too small. I have also those insecurities. That's how they talk to me. Scary. Picture? 5 minutes. Almost there. That's a picture, right? So, I have been doing this for so long, I have forgotten any useful skills. I cannot go back to coding. I'm stuck with people. Just like Ken's from Barbie, job was just bitch. My job is just meetings. If I'm not in a meeting, I really don't know what to do. Thank you very much, guys. That's my